We are frequently asked if lifting your vehicle will make it ride worse, and the answer is not quite as simple as a yes or no, but chances are if you do it right, it might ride a little better. So let's talk about it. What a lift is going to do for your ride and overall performance really is determined by the suspension design on your vehicle. Vehicles running a separate shock and coil spring can gain lift and actually improve ride quality because you might be able to run a set of springs that is either lighter in weight or more progressive for a better overall ride. And plus, you're getting longer travel and higher performing shocks as well, so it's benefits in both departments. On leaf spring applications, things can really go either way. On spring over axle applications, you can run a block, and as long as it's really small, it probably isn't going to make too much of a difference in ride quality and overall performance. Now, you can run an add a leaf on many applications, but if you're just adding a leaf into the pack, that is going to make it stiffer, and in some cases, that's going to lead to a worse ride. There are add-a-leaf options like the Deaver J1, Icon add-a-leafs, and expansion packs that replace things like your secondary springs or your overload springs with a progressive mini pack and will improve ride though. And of course, you can change the leaf pack as a whole for a better ride and more overall performance as well. If you have something with torsion bars, it's hard to gain any lift without at least affecting ride quality to some degree. Torsion bars get exponentially more difficult to twist the further you twist them in either direction, and the only real way to gain more lift is adding more preload on that bar, either by cranking your stock keys, moving your splines around, or getting an aftermarket set of adjustable keys. That makes shock choice ever the more important thing because you need something compliant but also supported enough to control all those spring forces. On coilover strut applications, you have the option to run aftermarket coilovers or ride height adjustable struts that allow you to adjust for more lift via preload. As long as those coilovers and struts use a better damper than stock and have more travel than stock, you can guarantee a better ride as long as you don't set them too high. The general rule of thumb is gaining as much lift as you gain travel, or making sure you have no less than 3 inches of droop travel at the wheel. So if you had 6 inches of travel stock, 3 up, 3 down, and you get a coilover that now has 8 inches of travel, you can go up to 2 inches of lift, still have the same amount of droop travel in stock, and expect an even better ride. The one place, and it is very situational, where lifting your vehicle can really hurt ride regardless of suspension design is actually leveling or altering your stance. You can think of these quote-unquote rake adjustments as essentially corner balancing your vehicle. Basically, as you lift the front, you are shifting weight off the nose and onto the rear. On vehicles like Toyota trucks that are generally super oversprung in the front and maybe undersprung in the rear, this can make for a harsher ride. But alternatively, if you have something like a Ford pickup truck that is the opposite, that might be sprung properly in the front or even undersprung in the front and way oversprung in the rear, this might improve ride, as adding some weight over those stiff rear springs and off of those overloaded front coils might really help ride quality and handling.